We chose Black Men Public Enemy.
We like the piece because it's a very big piece that you're drawn to instantly as soon as you enter into the gallery space.
And it's high up, it's above eye level, so it looks down on you, which is quite impactful when you first walk.
Yeah, it's kind of going against everything that it means. It's a piece that shows the segregation of black people in communities, and as it's a group of black people looking down on a more typical white person, it's kind of going against that and kind of switching the roles a little bit.
And their eyes are blacked out with like a black line.
Yeah.
Which is a bit strange.
Yeah.
Because you still get the feeling that they're looking down on you even though you can't see their eyes.
Yeah.
I chose Curtators. I liked it because it was colourful, it had sort of a wavy pattern to it. There was a contrast between the man's face and his expression with the colour, because it's more like dull compared to the colours which are very bright and vibrant. He was carrying a horse on his back, which kind of suggests strength, but then his face kind of suggests that he's quite weak and kind of grey and old. The building at the back is quite like straight and sturdy, but then the rest of the painting is quite kind of, there's a lot of curves involved in it, and it feels like more bendy and his hat and body are surrounded by yellow, whereas everything else is more green, and the rest it kind of suggests that it's kind of contrasting with the house that is blue, so it's kind of a nice mix of colours.
Women of the world unite. Women of the world unite, you have nothing to lose but cheesecake.
We chose it because it's very controversial to what we're like doing, and it's very like different to every other piece that everyone else chose.
And it created like a big like talking point in the group because it was very divided, like a lot of people hated it, but we felt strongly that it was going to be chosen because of the reaction it makes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel that was something that we all had a piece that we were all kind of fighting for, and whether or not the other people didn't like it, it was kind of something we had to work around.
Mm-hmm. We had to fight really hard for it because some people hated it.
Yeah, that's so true.
Because they found it offensive or just uncomfortable. Multiple reasons.
Yeah, but that's like the effect that we want.
Yeah, we wanted it to like have a reaction and people to think like, why would 16-year-olds choose it?
Mm-hmm.
My chosen artwork is Lupita. It's a film by Sarah Beddington. It's incredibly evocative. There's so much building tension. It evokes feelings of telenovelas from the 70s. The romance of that, contrasting with the horrific things that the man is doing to this mannequin of a woman. Very fascinating.
I'm championing the work by Ross St Clair, the t-shirts, because I think they're really controversial and they provoke a really strong mood. I chose these t-shirts to be a part of our exhibition because they relate to our name of Go On Being So, which provokes a lot of questions such as go on being so what? Modern society holds a lot of expectations with political and social approaches, so to go on being is to keep on acting as you are with certain expected standards. Our topic relates a lot to political messages and a sense of belonging within the world or not. T-shirts act as our identity as people's style reflects who they are and what group they want to identify with, to give them a sense of belonging. These t-shirts, however, are a lot more dystopian. They don't evoke a sense of belonging. They're controversial and they go against current expectations. The messages stand out, and you can wear these quotes. You become a label of inner turmoil, anger and frustration towards modern society. You are going against the rules, questioning and causing people to think, and art is at its best when it makes you think.
I chose Untitled by Joanna Piotrowska. because I think that this piece really stands out to me and shows a lot of emotion.
I chose the artwork Blue Pieta because it's a child-friendly way of showing horrifying events in blue figures.
It's incredibly visually striking. It's a multisensory experience. There's a very pungent smell due to the latex in the hair that's been attached to it. It's also incredibly striking visually. The contrast of the red, the flecks of red in the brain with the sort of boring beige background creates a big contrast for the brain.
I think it's extremely dusty. There's a lot of like detest, but
you can't deny that it is impressive.
It's quite disgusting, to be honest.
But surely the disgustingness highlights the beauty of the flowers growing out the top of his head.
Oh yeah.
The work I've chosen to champion is Figure in Blue by Claudette Johnson. I picked it because I just thought it was completely beautiful and the blues were just amazing. And I think it works really well with our theme of issues, and it works really well with all the other pieces in the exhibition. I think it's just completely beautiful.
I chose the Burning Love tapestry by Ying Hong. I like it because the story about it is very relevant to now. It's about a protest in Korea, I believe, there's a lot of that going on at the moment. There's a lot in the news of protests, so it's very relevant to now. And yet it's portrayed in such an amazing way. It's very bright and very colourful, which kind of contrasts the dark subject. It's such an amazing way to show relevancy to now in a piece that was probably done 5, 6, 7 years ago when it probably wasn't as relevant. It's a beautiful piece to look at. It's very, very large, but the size doesn't matter because of how beautiful it is. It's so bright and colourful. And I've not really seen an art piece in a gallery like that when I've been there before. I've never seen something on a tapestry, never seen something so bright and yet something so meaningful.
Chosen the artwork at the end because I feel like it has a really deep meaning, and the repetition of the phrase "the end" could mean that it's never really the end.